Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to 7.2.3 Redlining Unblockable Specials and also Specialist 2. Now jumping right into the nodes, redlining is whenever you have more than 1 bar of power, you gain extra power gain rate that lasts up to when you get up to 2 bars of power. As soon as you go more than 75% of your total max power, you are power drained. So ideally you want to use champions that have big special 2s because they will do extra damage with Specialist 2 and their specials will be unblockable, and also ideally stay between 1 to 2 bar of power so you can spam those SP2s quicker and kill off the opponents. The defenders are a little tricky. There's going to be a Havok, so you need to bring in the counter for him, somebody with armor up or power drain or power burn. And there's also going to be a Sentinel, so you need to bring in somebody that can work through his 100 analysis charges and still do good damage, otherwise the fight will be prolonged. And there's also going to be a Terrax, so a mystic power controller or mystic power drainer will work really well there. Champions will be pretty straightforward, anybody with high special 2 damage, and you can also couple that with some boosts that will help you out a lot. And the boss we are going to do today is going to be Hit Monkey. We'll be taking him out with a Colossus and a Omega Red Synergy, so stay tuned for that. He also has life cycle on it, so we'll go through it before we get into the fight. Now before we jump into the part, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel and turn on those post notifications. All of that really helps me out a lot, and also leave a comment down below. I would love to hear from you guys. Now the first fight is going to be against a superior Ironman. Now he is a very easy defender to deal with. His special 1 and special 2 are easily evadable, so you can bring in literally any champion. I've just mentioned some viable champions that are a mistake. You can also use parry heavy champions. So I'm gonna bring in a mole man here. All I'm going to do is to build up my monster mass, and as soon as I go into frenzy, I'm gonna throw an SP2. I just have to be sure that I don't go above 2 bars of power, otherwise I'll be power drained. So yeah guys, pretty easy, pretty simple and straightforward defender. I do get hit there a bit, but that's okay, you can easily bring him down. Just be careful that the node unblockable specials, it also means that the specials from the defenders are also unblockable, so make sure you dex them and evade them and avoid getting hit by them. Next defender is going to be a Dr. Octupos. Now Dr. Octopus, both specials can be evaded, but I would suggest you to keep him to an SP1, which is much more easier and can give you a lot of space to work with. With SP2 you will have to go in the corner of the screen and you have to evade at the right timing, so that could become difficult and do some damage to you. So keep him to an SP1 and bring in any champion you like. In my case it's going to be a mole man. I'm just gonna build up those monster mass charges, go into frenzy and throw an SP2. The reason I use him is because he's only one of the 2 champions that I have at rank 3, and he's also 6 star, so I'm getting extra damage. So if you have the champions that they have more power and they are rank 3 6 star, I would suggest you to bring them. You can use them to kill this path faster. Next up, you're going to have a Havok. He's one of the 3 annoying fights for this path. So to deal with Havok, make sure you either bring a champion that has easy access to power burn or power drain. So I am talking about somebody like Vision that can easily do that, and some other champions as well. Or you can bring in Voodoo, throw an SP2 with even combo, and then with every hit you're going to power burn him, and that will keep his plasma charges down and it will not give you plasma blast. If not, easier way is to bring up armor up champions. There are plenty in the game, so you can bring in Warlock that I'm bringing in. You can also bring in somebody like Guardian, and also there are champions that have armor up and power steal or power drain. So I'm talking about champions like Gilly 2099. She has armor ups and also above 100 hits. Her medium attacks can power drain as well. Same goes with Hulk Burst, and also Guardian with his fourth light attack, and as well as Iron Patriot has armor ups and also he can power drain the opponent. So champions like that will work really well here, and they can mitigate away all the threats from Havok very easily. So I would suggest you to bring a counter when you jump into this path. Just make sure to bring a armor up champion that has a big special attack too, so you can do extra damage and finish off the fight faster, and you can just play with the redlining power requirements. Now next up is going to be Terrax and his cheap rock field damage. So yeah, so you need to just run that timer out and then bring a preferably a mystic champion with power control, so you can power lock him, and so he doesn't get power and you don't have to worry about the rock stack charges. Once you do that, then it's a pretty simple and easy fight. That's the only threat Terrax has around on him. So if you neutralize that, if you don't give him power, you don't give him special, it becomes a very simple and easy fight. Some of the good champions that you can use against him, that can be Doom, Dr. Voodoo. You can also use Tigra as well as Black Widow Clairvoyant, and also Dormammu will work really well with that power lock. So any power lock champion will essentially work here. You can also use somebody like Psylocke. So again, the whole concept is not to give him specials, not to give him power, so he does not keep throwing his specials and getting that rock field, especially when they're unblockable. And then once you have him in a corner, you can just easily kill him off. Now another defender is going to be a Sentinel. Now in the beginning of the fight, it's very easy, it's very simple because the analysis charges do not build up and he is not much annoying. But as soon as the analysis charges start building up and they go to 100, he becomes resistant to criticals, and also his specials cost him less power, so he will throw a lot of specials, and generally the fight will go longer and more annoying, and you are bound to make a mistake and get hit. So for him, bring in cosmic champions that have armor breaks, or bring in parry and heavy champions that can kill him faster, or somebody like Medusa who is great against robots, or even Captain Marvel movie version. These are some good options, and all of these champions have good SP2s to play with, so bigger SP2 and they will do more damage with the specialist 2 node. So yes guys, just be careful about his special 2 and special 1 that are going to be unblockable, and then you can kill him off. So the key thing is bring a champion that has a ramp up or that has more damage even with 100 analysis charges, so you can kill Sentinel faster. Otherwise the fight is prolonged and becomes annoying for no reason. The last fight before the boss is going to be a Namor. Now this is an easier fight. I just mess it up and I die with Omega Red. All you need to be careful about is to bring in champions that do not have that damage over time effect over them, because once you apply it to Namor and Namor comes into you and you parry, his Sig ability comes into play, and that for 1 or 2 seconds all of the damage over time he has them, he reflects back onto you and you die with that. So just be careful about that. I would suggest you to bring champions that do not have that damage over time and still do good damage, and you can kill them off. Or if you're going to use a damage over time champion, use it but run out the debuffs on Namor before you parry him. So you can use champions like Domino with Red Hulk, but wait for the incinerate to go away. So same goes with some other champions that you can use here as well. You can even use Black Widow Clairvoyant with all the bleeds and incinerates, but wait for them to go away before you parry him to avoid that return damage from his Sig ability. Other champions that work well here are going to be your Corvus Glaive and as well as Spider-Man Stark Nuns with the natural cross advantage. To be honest, any champion with a big SP2 will work really good here. So be against a hit monkey. Now he has life cycle on him as well as heavy assault, so I would suggest you to use champions that have heavy attacks that do a lot of damage. So somebody like Archangel, somebody like Domino with Red Hook synergy, or even Warlock with those bleeds and those criticals. I'm gonna use Colossus here with Omega Red, so I can work around it differently. In the last video we used Archangel, so now we're gonna use Colossus and work around his life cycle. So all you need to do is to keep doing parry and heavy and prolong his life cycle shield. And also a couple of things you need to take care about is when you knock him down, he will get his primal rage and another charge on him. You just need to wait it out, let it run out, and then you can go for it. It might be a slow fight, but it would be a safer one. Once you have an SP2, parry him and just throw it out. Wait for the cruelty buff also to run out before you parry again, because if you parry within the cruelty buff, he will give you a lot of block damage. Again, right here all the 3 buffs go away, and then I can easily parry and throw a heavy, and every time I knock him down, the life cycle shield will be elongated. So once he is near to be knocked out, I am going to build up to an SP3 and keep it with me, and once he is down to 5 or 6 points of health, I'm going to use my heavy attack, knock him down. The life cycle shield will go on cooldown, and I'm going to use an SP3 within that window to kill him off. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and you enjoyed the tips and tricks. If you did, guys, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those post notifications, and leave a comment down below. We are going full steam ahead on finishing off 7.2 before we can tackle any other content. We will go back to Act 6 after that, so stay tuned to the channel. And apart from that, guys, I hope you all have an amazing day, and I'll see you next time.